I also want to talk about China because President Trump and his tariffs got the communist country's economy to sputter, but they would never want you to know that. The CCP has been defiant publicly, taking shots at the U.S., saying bullying will lead to self-isolation. But a new report reveals a Chinese delegation was secretly in Washington, D.C. for negotiations as early as 3 weeks ago. And this basically gets down to the heart of the matter, which is why I think the president took this fight on. It was because he understands that China is in a very fragile situation, that it's not a situation that China could mess around with too much. And I think he finally started to, bring it up to the surface and make it public. These were secret kind of conversations because he knew that American people were looking for that to know where this was going. I see you smiling.
Well, I mean, the word all along has been leverage. How much leverage does the United States have? And of course, China talked a good game, like they don't have as much leverage as everybody says they do. But what we're finding out now is, in fact, the Chinese were coming to the U.S. saying, we got to talk. We don't want anybody to know it because we don't want to let anyone know that we're in dire straits. This goes back to local consumption that you brought up earlier. But they needed to have these conversations. We were judging what was happening based on all the surface level things we were hearing in the press. But there were, and this is always true, there are things we cannot see that are happening at levels we don't have access to that you have to think of in the context of President Trump's overall plan, which is to revive American manufacturing, revive the American economy, level the playing field. And if you're thinking about it in that way, then you've got to know with China, with India, with other countries, the negotiations are happening. Deals are being made. So then we get to Geneva, we get to Switzerland, last week, and all of a sudden, my gosh, we've got 115% reduction in tariffs. Where did that come from? Well, it came from all the work that was happening beforehand that Scott Bessent was doing and others were doing. And for whatever reason, maybe because they don't like Trump, most of the press just didn't want to believe that anything was happening at that level.
Yeah, well, the Democrats have tried to use tariffs to hammer Trump's popularity down. Yep. And they're losing. They're losing. The Democrats would rather spend all their time defending MS-13 or pushing guards and police away in Newark, New Jersey and stuff like that. So they're burying themselves. Meanwhile, the China thing is so interesting, though. Trump had let the cat out of the bag. Nobody really listened to him. He said we were talking. Now, he said he and she, he sort of hinted he and she were talking, which I don't think was the case. But, at various bureaucratic levels around the IMF World Bank meetings, they were talking. China
said they weren't talking, and everyone believed China.
Right. I love that, by the way.
Yeah, we all believe China because we're not talking.
That's the media for us, you know. Let's believe this communist country that lies, cheats, and steals. China's economy, I'll say it again, it's below the dumpster. I mean, I was looking at Ed Yardeni was running some numbers. The rate of deflation in China. I mean, every price is falling in double digits. What does that tell you? That tells you their economy is imploding. Riots throughout the country, factories being shut down, wages not being paid. I mean, that has Tiananmen Square written all over it. That suggests that Xi Jinping's time may not be long. How about that?
Well, and Jackie, I was laughing. I know last time we had Larry on, he was kind of shaking his head at me, and I was citing all the things that China's central bank was trying to do to prop up their economy because they were in such free fall. And you shake your head and you said, Taylor, that won't do anything. And I said, well, I know. But again, it showed the impact it was having on their economy, that central bank figured out they had to do something fast to flood the market with trillions of yuan because they had no other option at that point. That is sort of going back to the art of the negotiation.
And there were reports that she was on shaky ground even before all of this tariff conversation started.
You can punch down rates as much as you want. It's not going to help if you're in a major deflation. They have structural problems, AKA state-controlled socialism doesn't work. Right. Bolton. It doesn't work. Now, I will say this, just a little context here. The U.S. China made a tariff restart, but not a trade policy restart. You see, you follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
The policy stuff is going to be very hard. I
to work
speak
out.
from experience, having gone through it for several years, and then they ignored it after that. This is a tariff reset.
Right.
So that's healthy at this point.
That's why, to me, I felt like it was a de-escalation and less of a deal, as
That's
they
right.
were calling it.